I'll write a book one day about why I'm against homeschooling.
Okay. All of it?
All of it.
What if they're really spectrumy?
Then there we go. That's the one.
That's the exception.
You should do it. Yeah.
Okay. You should.
Because
I don't want to do it. That's your reason.
Yeah, go for it.
This is your problem.
It's not mine anymore. Oh my God. Hello and welcome to the 30s podcast, episode 83. My name is Clint.
My name is Motivational Marcus.
Motivational Marcus.
That's right.
We have producer Caesar.
Hi, everybody.
He's looking good.
Thanks, as always.
Good God.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Happy Valentine's Day to him. Yeah.
Do you want to start so depressed?
So seduced, so thirsty. Thirsty is getting too loud. Wow.
What?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. What's up? What's going on?
Should we just...
You guys should do your shots.
Should we do the shots already?
No. So we before we get started, which we haven't really started at all yet, we do have some shots prepared
We have a few things
that we're
today.
going to do during the show at some time. Like we'll do like halfway through, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say it's, you know how people like, they theme things in order to like mask that, oh, we're just drinking. That's all we're doing.
I don't do that, but
I'm going to say it's for the Super Bowl episode. This is the Super Bowl episode.
Oh, okay. Well, I had another reason.
/ Valentine's Day / probably sugar. Is that what you're thinking?
No. I was going to, well, because like I told you earlier off mic that I was I was very hungover this morning.
Oh gosh.
But it was because I was sad drinking last night.
Oh no.
And it was just, have you ever done that? Like
Absolutely.
sad drinking? It was just kind of a combination of I'm getting fat.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell now because we have a video component here. I can see my fucking
Hello.
neck every week. So I'm getting fat.
I know, my eyes.
What else? Just like I'm not where I want to be right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like career and all that.
Oh,
And
that
then-
too. So it was how I look.
It was like a
Life in
domino effect
general.
because I was watching one of our episode, or watching the clips. One of the clips got uploaded. It's like, Jesus Christ, look at my turkey neck, dude. What's going on? When did this happen? Because now I'm starting to see it, and then I was just like, God damn it! So, like yeah, that'll help. That's
how
probably
it works.
that's the reason for it.
Well, I mean, that's why I have my beard grow this way. I gotta
Cover
cover
it
it up. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've tried that. I don't look good with the, but. So there's that, and then I'm still doing those classes, and I'm just like, I just want it already. I wanted to just be done and just have a job, and I was in like my 1 or 2 times a year when I'm in like a really sad place.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
like I'm just gonna get wrecked at
Yeah.
home tonight.
I mean, February will do that. We're just glad
Yeah.
we're not covered in snow and it's 7 degrees outside.
True, it is a beautiful day outside
Yeah.
today, but it wasn't raining like
Yeah. Oh
a couple
no,
days
the rain,
ago, so it was the
dude.
worst thing ever.
The rain was bad. That's probably what led to it too.
It was like 3 days of just nonstop rain.
Yeah. It's the worst to be in a classroom when it's raining.
Oh,
They don't get to go outside.
so there's no recess or anything.
You just say, oh, okay, do whatever you want for like 20 minutes.
Ugh.
And then you try to reel them back in, and because you let them like play Minecraft and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, yeah, they could do this. Of course they could do this.
I heard some really stupid thing that one of my teachers said when I was in high school about the rain, where I don't know, I'm going to guess it's not true because I never looked it up, but he said, because people are really crazy in the rain, or they
Right.
just act different.
Yeah.
They just all of a sudden forget how to function
Right.
in society. He told me that when it rains outside and the water, the rainwater touches your skin, there's like chemicals in it that make us a little wonky.
What?
Yeah, this was like high school. It wasn't like something you tell little kids. It's like, ooh, like
This is the 2000s.
yeah, mid 2000s. It's like when it rains, when the rainwater touches. He was saying specifically your head. That there's stuff in the water that makes people crazy.
Like, what could it be?
I don't know. I feel like I feel like he said some kind of chemical, but I don't remember what it is.
he's like, because that's why it's harder to drive, because once the rain hits the freeways and the streets,
slippery.
The oil that's already there,
Right, but
mixes with the water.
Also,
is he trying to say that we have that happen? Like there's oil.
I don't know.
In our,
I don't know what I forget what he said.
weird.
But that's always kind of stuck with me because like you hear things and there's like it's like when your parents tell you something, you just don't fact check them. Like, oh, okay, and then you realize as an adult, like, oh, that's not true.
Like, it's illegal to drive with your lights on in your car. Have you ever heard that?
Oh, inside the car.
Yeah, you can't do that.
My dad, he
Dad
would
be like,
get
"Turn it off."
so pissed.
But
He
why?
would get so pissed if we had lights on inside the car.
What else?
Like you're. Yeah,
It's
like
the,
who
the,
made that
the
up?
classic one where they said, "Don't sit too close to the TV because you're going to rot your brain." It's like, are you joke? There's like, how many screens are just in here that were they're on us at all times?
Well, it's definitely. I mean, it should have been smarter and said, "Well, your vision's going to get worse."
Yeah.
Eye
Because
strain.
those tube TVs, like the ones we have here in the studio, those old school ones, they can mess with your eyes if you were too
Like
close.
those ones right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
Well,
that little
maybe.
thing. There's no way that would.
Those are the ones where if you get really close to them, it's just like rainbow colors.
Yeah. Or I think about us playing Pokemon on the first few Game Boys.
Yeah.
There was no light inside the screen.
But you couldn't see it if it was dark outside.
Yeah, you couldn't see it. They didn't like add a light inside until like the advance.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the ones, maybe no one told me you can't do this, but like if you go to the store and you want to buy like soap or toothpaste, like any kind of essential, it's like you can buy more than one. Just buy like one toothpaste
For one time.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, I'm gonna be back here 2 weeks or whatever. It's like, why don't I just buy like 5 of them?
Bulk up.
Yeah, buy the bulk stuff.
Yeah.
For some reason, that was one that I just was like, whoa.
That's
you
funny.
realize as an adult you can do this kind of things.
Yeah. I would have only known that because I had siblings, so my mom would have to buy bulk.
Oh yeah,
That's the
you
only
guys
way.
would tear through that stuff.
Yeah.
How many bagel bites did she buy at a time?
Well, they had those big boxes.
Costco.
Yeah, the Costco stuff. Big Costco sides of stuff.
Like the giant mayonnaise.
Yeah. Or you would go through like a sheet of bagel bites. Because I remember when like I started needing to eat more in like junior high or high school. So my brothers weren't quite there yet.
Right.
But thinking, man, I'm going to run out of food for me because there has to be enough for my brothers too. Because I'm like making like double burgers.
Double burgers.
Or like double, just thinking, how are we going to be able to eat? How are they going to do this?
The kid thinking that, not the parents.
Yeah, the kid going, oh, I'm not going to be able to,
Yeah.
I'm going to still be hungry after this.
Yeah. Anyway, it's enough about that. Why did I bring that up? Because the sad drinking is one thing.
Sad
So
drinking.
we have like 20 minutes until we can do that shot. But we also have some other drinks here too, that we're working on. Let's see. So it might be kind of interesting by the end. But yesterday, to go into what we have planned right here, we'll start with this one because this is what I can talk about the most, I think, today.
Yeah.
Is we had an earthquake yesterday.
Right.
The epicenter was somewhere next to Malibu. I think it said north of Malibu, but it was a 4.9, I believe. And that's a pretty big earthquake.
Yeah, it's not so bad.
Yeah, it's not like the crazy tsunami causing ones, but that's still a pretty good shake, especially if you're close to it. And you were saying you didn't feel it, right?
I didn't feel it. I think I was outside for PE.
I was inside and I felt it, and it was a good jolt. But like the meme, right away the memes were like, people were like, yeah.
Oh yeah, because there was do they have names for all the memes that we use all the time? Like the guy who's with a girl but looking at another girl.
I'm sure they haven't. That's the one that I posted. I'm sure they have a name. There's an like that one face. It's called Wojak. I didn't know that for a long time. It's like, oh, that's that one face. But I bet it has a name, but I don't know. But it's just the ones that like the standard. I don't know what you want to call. Like the ones that you can apply for so many things. Yeah, and never gets old.
The generic, unique.
I don't know.
Ones
but I don't know if I was thought because maybe this earthquake was in L.A. That's why it was so fast with the memes. If it happened in Mississippi, it'll get there in like a few days, like maybe. But it was like minutes after it happened. I went onto Instagram and it was like, "Who's going to be basic and post about the earthquake?" And just the memes are on it right away.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to a friend. I sent her the meme, and I mentioned, because there's been a lot of earthquakes lately.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that means anything, but
I don't know.
she said, whatever takes the pressure off the big one that's supposed to be coming.
Yeah.
They've been saying that
Forever.
since the last big one.
Yeah.
Which made me think about the last big one, which was the Northridge earthquake, where we spoke a little bit before, but you're too young to remember that.
Because that was 94?
94.
Yeah, because I would have been 2.
Yeah, and I was...
Northridge earthquake.
I don't remember what part of the year it was in, but I was 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
And that was a scary one.
It was January 17th.
Okay, so I was 5. I don't remember the actual shaking of the Northridge earthquake, what it felt like, but I just remember it being very scary.
Yikes.
And that afterwards, like the aftermath, because I have another memory of there being aftershocks for a while, but just like the news coverage of it afterwards, because the places were wrecked.
Yeah.
Like, buildings were destroyed, and like there's tons of pictures online of cars that are like...
Because because the Oakland A's were they playing the Giants baseball game?
The wrong person.
Because it ripped, I think it like tore apart the stadium.
Okay.
Because
In
I think it
Oakland?
was up, yeah. Or in either Oakland or San Francisco.
Okay. I know it was felt as far as San Diego and Las Vegas. And I think I read Ensenada yesterday too.
Yeah. Because here it says it did $23 billion of damage.
And that's not inflation adjusted for inflation, is it?
Probably not.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was scary. And if something like that happens again, I mean, what are those memes going to be like?
Imagine if there were memes back then.
Yeah.
The Northridge earthquake. They're like, what would it even be? Because that's all the memory I have is what I saw in the news or documentaries of that stadium getting like cracked open.
Mm-hmm.
It was that bad. Like think about being at like Angel Stadium or Dodger Stadium and it's just shaking.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the memes would be something. You've seen Jurassic World, right?
Yeah.
The scene where the pterodactyls attack all the people. So it's people like running around.
Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett. Figured it'd be like that. It'd be like the big ones be like this and just panic.
They have
chaos.
The Rock in that San Andreas movie.
It was yeah. They're like
he's like right above
yesterday,
California.
right, guys? And it's
And then The Rock feels like he has to go on social media to talk about it because he was in
team
that
up
movie.
with Oprah again. Be like,
He's gonna team up with Oprah.
I did San Andreas, so I know what it's like.
Yeah, so I know what I'm doing. I'm here to help everybody.
Just totally tone deaf. We're all gonna hate him.
We're all in this together. I'm going to In-N-Out again for the first time.
Yeah. It would get more coverage because if it happens here, it's like in the LA area, so people would care. But like I said, it happens in Mississippi. No one's starting a relief for that.
They're just like, oh, I guess we can't fish today.
Yeah. Or like Georgia. Well, maybe Georgia.
Georgia's Atlanta. So
What's a small like Delaware?
Kansas.
If there was a Delaware earthquake, people would be like, "What? What's
Delaware. Yeah, they'd be like, yeah, just let it fall into the ocean.
Delaware's the size of like the Inland Empire total.
Yeah, is Delaware on the water?
Yeah, I think it's on the coast.
So it would just fall in the ocean, and we'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like, oh, there was a state here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what I wanted you to go through some of these big disasters because
so we have
my only memory is
since the 90s.
Since the 90s, where we're still alive.
And we'll go with just in California. So we have Northridge earthquake, 94. That cost a lot of money. And we're going up. So then the next big natural disasters in California were wildfires.
Which happen
like
every
all
year.
the time, like every year since 2003.
Right.
This is the one that was in San Diego. That's the one that Arnold talks about in his book because he was the governor.
Mm-hmm. Which
is still crazy that he was our governor.
Crazy to think that we had the Terminator as our governor.
Yeah. What if the prerequisite was, can you say California?
He wouldn't make it.
No.
California.
California. Cali.
Look, Cali.
Can't do it. Then we have...
Clip it.
We have wildfires, 2006, 2007. It just seems like at what point did they stop? I don't think they ever stopped.
We don't stop.
They don't stop. We don't stop. 2006, 2007.
The state's on fire every summer.
State's on fire. I remember the ones where it's like, it was in Chino Hills. So it was just,
bad.
It was raining ash. Just raining ash.
Yeah, that was weird.
I think that was around this time.
That was weird because it was very dystopian. Because the sky was pink from the sun because there was ash all. Which made me think like this would happen if a meteor strikes the Earth.
Yeah.
It's going to block out the sun.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
But yeah, it was the skies are just gray and the sun was pink through it, but it was just raining ash for
it was so
a long
weird.
time.
It was creepy because it
It
was
was for
like
multiple days, right?
yeah, it was like snow.
Yeah. See the little kids
not-
outside.
Yeah, we're like, oh yeah,
That's burnt animals and trees that we were dancing in.
burnt animals and
I'm
trees.
sure some of it's burnt
No,
animals.
it's gotta be. It's gotta be burnt animals and trees. Yeah, the money just kept raking up to where it got like $2.3 billion of damage. 2007.
Damn.
Other people had hurricanes, tornadoes
In California?
in all around the world. So this just has all of them in America. Tornado, hurricane, blah, blah, blah. And then we get to another one in 2017. These are the floods. Because, California can't handle water,
No.
as we know. Flooding in 2017 affected parts of California in the first half of the year. Northern California saw its wettest winter in almost a century, breaking the record set in 1982. Also, do we really have like a century of like weather information?
According to that, we do.
I guess we do.
It's all word of mouth.
100 years. What about right before that? What's like the point? The point where they were like, hey, let's keep record of the weather. I don't know. It's 100 years. I don't know.
Did they even know what it was back
Look
then?
that up later. They're just like, oh, I guess we're going through another drought.
What, they have that accent back then?
I guess so. They all did. Yeah.
Why is it
all
always
of
your
them.
accent?
Yes, we're going to another
going.
Yeah.
Through another drought. Here we go.
plays banjo.
But Dad, we're from Mexico. Anyways. California
Plays
wildfires.
accordion.
That's a different accent.
They have the big giant guitar.
Boom, 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 boom.
That's exactly mariachi pops up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wildfires. Yeah, all the wildfires.
You should insert some music here, Caesar.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This music, kind of music right now.
Yeah, this is when we need the music.
But yeah, there's that's you see the memes about millennials. Like, what are we gonna have to go through next?
We go through everything.
And I don't. Sometimes I think I agree with that, but it also tricks me because we have the internet now, so we know about everything that's happening.
Yeah.
Where if this was the 20s, it could be the same thing. Like there's just shit.
They just
there's always
don't know.
crap happening all over the world. We just don't know about it.
Yeah, and like how you said, oh well, because it happened near LA. Of course, we see more because there's more people in LA.
Right.
More people memeing it and
More
posting
people
about
who
it.
are like connected to the internet or whatever.
So in the 20s, maybe there would be something crazy in LA or New York or Atlanta, but then no one would know in the Midwest.
No
one. Cincinnati and Ohio and
they'd know eventually. I think
In
it'd
like
just take a
months.
lot longer to get there.
Yeah.
I think so. Sorry, I have to burp. The things that have happened to millennials that are, let's say, life changing that we've had to go through. The advent of the internet.
Yeah.
That's a big one. Well, Northridge was before that. So let's do Northridge. The internet. O.J. Simpson trial. That's crazy.
What year was that?
Probably around Northridge. Maybe before that.
94, 95?
Because I remember that. That was on the news every single day.
Yeah.
Every day it was just OJ coverage. Back when the news actually told the news. It was like, that was what it was. The entire country was watching.
Right? Isn't there a point when like we could look back and be like, that was the news?
Yeah, there was some white lady who was just like, here's what's happening in the world right now. instead of now where it's just like idiots yelling at each other.
We have no idea.
Can you believe this is happening?
Yeah.
I did the voice too. Sorry. Can you believe this is happening? I only know because my dad watches these shows, and it's like these people are they're like angry at. It's like a round table of ding dongs, and they're just like, and it's like, but they all have the same opinion. They're just,
they all agree with
gassing each other up about it. Like, isn't this nuts that like there's blue hairs with no gender? It's like, that's all they're doing, and it's like, what is this? You guys aren't actually saying anything.
Yeah, they have a table of all the people that agree with them.
Yeah. It's like you guys are just complaining. This is just a table of adult tantrums.
Yeah.
And it's one of the worst things.
But I know. I just can't. I mean, I guess I could really go back and find the moment when that happened, when it's like news just switched to that tantrums.
It's got to be like
2000s
related to when the internet exploded.
Yeah.
Because now everyone has an opinion and a voice, and
it's so annoying.
That's still people that do a podcast. Yeah. It's so annoying that people have voices. My God.
Dumb. People could just say whatever they want.
Yeah.
So lame.
So yeah, that could be a whole thing. But so OJ.
Yeah. So that was in 94.
Okay. So it was like the same time.
Yeah, the same time.
So that happened. The next one I could think of, and I'm probably missing something, was 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big deal. That happened in our lifetime.
Yeah.
And then I don't really know. Oh, there's been many like housing crisis, financial collapse, all kinds of in our generation.
Recession.
Yeah,
2 or 3 by now.
Yeah, our parents are like have homes and like established lives when they're our age.
And it's funny because we're
like
parents,
scraping to get by.
Our parents will be like, "This is how you're gonna do it." I'm like, "There's no way I'm gonna do this."
They don't know.
They just
and
lucked
it's not
out.
their fault. They don't know.
It's not their fault.
They're
no,
just like,
they just lived in the time they did. They moved out to the suburbs.
Why aren't you successful by 24?
I wonder why. Maybe recession happened like the year I had a job.
Yeah.
Since then, since I've had a job, there's been some kind of weird recession.
There's been some kind of crisis of some kind.
Because I had my first job at Chick-fil-A. I remember like the recession hit, and it went from like you could use any cup to bring your own cup.
Really?
Yeah.
You had to bring your own cup?
Yeah, and then I just would see the owner adjust for the empemployees. Okay. Yeah, to get your own drink.
Imagine going to a drive-thru and you're like, I'll have a limeade. Like, do you have your cup?
Can you toss me your cup?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's that.
Yeah, I remember those days. Yeah, and then just the prices just kept going up to the point where I'm like, I don't think we'll ever. I don't know when we would see them go down again.
Yeah, inflation's has a mind of its own.
Yeah,
but I feel like it's been worse and worse.
Yeah,
it's just like super inflating.
Yeah, like how do we stop? I don't know.
How do we deflate it? There's no way to deflate it.
There's no deflate gate.
Yeah, deflate gate. There is no such thing as deflation, right? With the economy,
I hope there is.
Everything just has to rise to meet the inflation.
Yeah,
it's like this is the inflation. This is us catching up to it. It just keeps going.
Because the only real solution they've had for it is, inflation keeps going up. I guess we increase the hourly rate.
Yeah, which doesn't
do anything.
It just makes the inflation go up even further.
Yeah, it makes cheeseburger $20.
Oh my! What did I buy? I was looking at a diner in LA yesterday. I've been wanting to go to a diner, like a good one.
Yeah.
And I don't know which one I was looking at. It might have been, I don't know. There was a few of them, but one of the entrees was a type of burger, and it was $29. And I was like, what? How? I couldn't process it unless it's one of those gag burgers. It's like huge. It's like you're actually supposed to split it with somebody.
It's like 4.
And I was like, doesn't say that anywhere.
No. So I did a deep dive. It's sort of for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
This episode is going to come out by Valentine's Day. It should be before Valentine's Day. I think Valentine's Day is like Wednesday or Thursday. Should I get into that?
Well, we can get there eventually.
Eventually, yeah. Because I was just so into looking up prices for stuff because I'm like, why do? Because we talk about all the time about restaurant prices, making our own food, and we're like, it makes sense. But then it's also like, well, why? Why do they rake the prices up so high?
They have to.
But I looked, so we'll see. We'll see later.
Yeah, we can get to that. But the only other big event I know I'm missing one, is just COVID.
Yeah.
That was 4 years ago. Isn't that nuts?
I know it's
That's
really
crazy.
nuts. It makes me feel, I don't know, I feel old now.
It's still, it doesn't feel like, part of me feels like it felt like a long time ago. And part of me feels like it did not feel like that long ago.
Yeah, I think that first like 10 months felt forever.
It was so long.
But then after that's kind of
just
sped by.
Yeah. Like the first, because nothing, you couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Not that I have to tell anybody. Everybody knows.
We know.
Yeah, there's no babies listening to this. But like you couldn't.
The babies.
You know, like I had coworkers that had kids.
Oh yeah, COVID babies.
During COVID.
Yeah.
But like they happened to be pregnant before, and then we went into it.
Yeah,
and now they're like 3 or 4 years old. Like, oh my god, that's nuts. It's crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of COVID babies too, but it's such a huge. That's like I think probably the biggest one.
Yeah, for us.
Maybe 9/11 is, but
9/11. Yeah, because just stuff changed, and I was in 4th grade, so I could understand all the changes. So I get that. And travel, because it changed travel, it changed
people.
Everything. People changed how we act.
Yep.
We got more patriotic, and then something happened to where then the internet got big and then divided us again. But it was that thing that brought us together, and then now it's like, whoop.
It is weird how people were really united like right after it happened.
Really quick.
And then it was like, there's a brown guy over there.
We don't trust
There's a guy in a turban. Like, we were just kind of like,
yeah. And we're like,
I wasn't. But you know, like people would be like,
I'm like, no, that's Tarek. I grew up with him.
Yeah, it's like, that was in New York for one.
Yeah.
And two, this person's been here like for years.
I know. And to be in California and just be like, is it going to happen
There
now?
was some of that with COVID too. I remember before we got shut down, I was at work. I'm not going to say any names, but they'd be like, it would be like joking, but like you get some Asians in there and you're like, should I not serve them? Like, because I don't want to get too close to them.
Yeah.
Like as a joke. But it's like, God, why do we do that when that kind of stuff happens?
I don't know why we get paranoid. It's like a human thing.
Maybe.
Is it an American thing? I mean, other countries do that too, right?
Yeah, other countries are just as horrific to each other as we are.
Like they look at us and go, you fatties.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to themselves too. Like you go to like Asia and it's like, these Asians do not like those Asians just because they're in that country.
Yeah.
Just like, it's like, it's probably not as bad here. The fact that like there's 3 very different ethnicities.
Like right now, we're doing pretty good
in the
right
room
now.
at the same time, working together.
Yeah.
Where like
we're
if
like
we were to bring this into what were you gonna say?
We're like the Power Rangers.
There we are. He's the blue and the white and the yellow.
Okay.
And I'm no color. And Caesar's the black.
Cool, the coolest one.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just human nature for everyone to not like each other.
Yeah. If we've done it forever.
And it's never going to stop.
And the minute we think we're good at it, we screw up the other way.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, we're Americans. You're my brother. But not that guy over there. He seems
But
gross.
not that kind of brother.
He doesn't wash his hands.
Not brothers.
Remember during COVID, but also like I remember at Warner Brothers. So Warner Brothers, the tourist destination, and being in the bathroom and seeing people, dudes just walk out immediately not washing their hands, thinking that's nasty. And COVID didn't happen yet, and I'm just like, really? You're just walking out of here?
Now I still see it, and even if you don't wash your hands,
yeah.
Who's that much of a psycho to not realize that when you're in public, it doesn't really matter how you feel about it. Like that's just, you do that.
You should.
Yeah. You should do that for the sake of the people around you.
Like, because you don't know what's happening over here.
Yeah. Like, if someone sees you not wash your hands, like they're gonna, I would think too, like, ugh.
Like really? Oh my God.
But like I think I've said before here, like when I'm at home and I just pee, I don't usually wash my hands.
Yeah, especially if like I'm at home, I'm not going anywhere, I'm really hydrated.
Yeah, this is my home. These are my hands.
Yeah, I get this.
Yeah, I'm not peeing on my hands.
Yeah,
I shower regularly. I don't have any STDs.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you. It's not a big deal if I don't in my home wash my hands after I pee. When I poop, always. You always do
Absolutely.
that because you put your hands down there.
You just don't even
Unless
know.
you have a tushy.
Hmm.
Which I'm thinking about getting.
A bidet?
Yeah. Specifically a tushy.
Well, if you get it, you have to tell us how it is.
I'll do a vlog about
Sponsor
it.
us. Sponsor us.
Yeah, sponsor,
Okay,
sponsor,
thanks,
please.
Tushy. And also
Tushy.
they have those crazy Japanese toilets you can buy. They're like $2,000 where they like sing to you and they heat up and spray from all different directions.
Should we do this shot now to the Tushis?
Oh, right when it hits 30, you're waiting for these shots.
That's good timing. I'm good at timing.
Yeah,
Even
sure. I saw you
drinking.
staring at your clock, waiting for it. I guess. All right. So, cheers to. I mentioned sad drinking, right?
To sad drinking.
That was the start of the show. Yeah. Cheers to sad drinking.
To sad drinking.
To Saint Valentine.
Valentines.
Saint Valentine.
To Saint Caesar.
To Saint Valentine.
Valentine.
3 times with his Beetlejuice. So you finally heard it?
No, I heard you. I was just adding to it.
Cheers.
Saint Caesar.
Cheers,
Cheers.
guys.
Ooh,
I didn't finish it.
so delightful.
Tequila. Why did I say yes to
Why
that?
did you volunteer to do that?
I don't know. I'm feeling weak today.
Because no sad drinking. We're not sad.
No,
Not
happy.
sad.
There's still a lot left in there. You poured a lot for me. Or maybe I'm just a...
Maybe you're a bit.
I don't know. I don't know how much I poured.
Well, that was definitely more than a standard pour for a shot. I can tell you that.
You getting piggy about it?
No, he did a great
Let's see.
job. What were we talking about before we were derailed by the
Well, so I have a
tequila?
few things. I did some research for Super Bowl history, if you'd like to know.
Sure.
So,
What number Super Bowl are we on? That's tomorrow.
it's however old my dad is. Let's see.
60?
It's like 59, 58.
Hey, my dad's turning 60.
So I learned, so they do Roman numerals for the Super Bowl because
Because they love the Roman Empire?
yes.
They're
you think
always
about
thinking
it
about
every
the Roman...
day.
You think that's going to come up tomorrow?
Maybe.
You know, that's like a... You told me about
Yeah.
that. How often do you think about it? You think someone's going to do like a meme or something about it?
Maybe you should.
I'm not good at creating the images.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do that kind of stuff.
We can find it. We can find a way. Maybe that could be a side hustle. Making
Making
memes.
memes?
Making memes, yeah.
It's so hard. It's such a competitive market for memes.
It seems competitive. I think
as
that's
like
what scares me out
a
of
dirty
it.
meme fiend
Yeah.
myself.
Mhm.
There's thousands of meme pages and they all post the same steal
Yeah.
from each other.
Yeah.
So they'll post the same and then I'll see it again like a month later. Like I saw the same thing a month ago from 6 other meme pages.
Yeah.
So it's such a competitive market. And it's you have to be like super original, like a genius.
Yeah.
I think to break into it. Okay. I don't
Is he all right? Is he dying?
Sorry.
It's like, yeah, right. This guy. Yeah, I would love to do that, but go on. About
We'll
the
see.
Super Bowl.
Okay, so they use Roman numerals because the season goes through 2 calendar years. So instead of saying like 2023 to 24, they just say Super Bowl 58.
Okay.
That's just why they keep track.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay.
So the NFL started in 1920, but they didn't have a Super Bowl until 40 years later because in 1960, a group of businessmen wanted to own their own franchises, so their own teams.
Okay.
But the NFL said no. So they all decided to create their own league. So they created the AFL, and they were rivals with the NFL. So they were just feuding for years and years.
What's the A mean? American
American Football League.
versus the National Football League?
Yeah. So they were feuding until finally they decided to get together. And so the first time they got together was the first Super Bowl in 1967, because then they were like, okay, well, we'll make the AFC this one division, and then NFL will be the NFC. So that's why like every Super Bowl, there's a champion from one division goes to play a champion from the other one. So then Super Bowl, they're all there together.
Okay.
First one was won by the Green Bay Packers,
Shout out.
coached by Vince Lombardi, who they later named the trophy after, the Lombardi Trophy.
Okay. I'm going to say I know that name.
Yeah. Kansas City Chiefs were in that first Super Bowl.
Is
But
that the one
lost.
that's going tomorrow?
Yeah, so they're in the Super Bowl tomorrow.
They were in the first one?
Yeah, so they're in the first ever one. Yeah.
Those are big shoes to fill.
Yeah. And then it looked like by the third Super Bowl, because the third Super Bowl had the quarterback Joe Namath of the New York Jets.
Okay.
They called him Broadway Joe because he like called his shot that they would win.
So this is not that long ago.
It's not that long ago. It's as old as our dad's. Because how old's your dad?
He's turning 60.
Yeah, so it's like it's been around since they've been born.
Okay, because I know all of these names.
Yeah,
like Joe Namath. Is he still alive?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. So being NFL, the Super Bowl hasn't been around for too long.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we're only at like 58 or something.
Okay.
Because in the 70s, you had like Terry Bradshaw and the Steelers.
Yeah.
Terry Bradshaw. You had the Dolphins.
An actor afterwards.
Yeah.
And he was in Ace Ventura.
Yeah. There you go. See, you know stuff.
Yeah, I know some. Well, you know things. I know Ace Ventura. And he plays himself in that movie, right?
Yeah. Because then Dolphins with Dan Marino.
Yeah.
They were really big in the 70s too. So that's also why like they'd probably use it for Ace Ventura because everyone knows those teams.
Right.
And then 80s and 90s, you would see teams like the 49ers.
Which is a problematic movie today, by the way.
Ace Ventura?
Yeah.
Yeah, they could suck it.
Yeah. I didn't say it's not a good movie.
Oh, well, it's still good. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in that movie.
Yeah. It's an amazing movie until the last scene, which is the problematic scene, which I think is so funny.
Which scene is that?
Where you find out that she's a guy.
Oh, yeah.
And then everyone just thinks it's the worst thing in the world. And it's like,
it's just so shocking. Was that Courtney Cox?
She played the girlfriend, or like the
girlfriend,
his love interest.
Yeah.
It was what is her name? Oh my god, she's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, crazy!
She did this thing. She wanted to play Catwoman in Batman Returns, and she went on to some talk show, I think, and dressed as Catwoman.
Oh,
and Tim Burton was like, "No,
thanks.
We already have Michelle Pfeiffer." I forget her name. Sean Young. Sean Young.
Okay,
that's what it is. Sorry.
And then the Bills, who Skyler and his dad shout out Skyler
and his dad,
Mr. Michael. Bills went to the Super Bowl 4 times in a row.
That's a lot.
And lost everyone. Just crazy.
Embarrassing.
God. One of the Super Bowls, one of the ones that the Rams won in 2000. I remember as a tiny kid.
Mm-hmm. In 2000?
Rooting for the Rams. So this is Super Bowl in 2000. The Rams stopped the Tennessee Titans, at the 1 yard line in the last seconds.
Wow.
That was crazy. I was like third grade.
Sounds like it could be a big deal.
And then 2002 was the start of Tom Brady winning all the Super Bowls.
He's that old?
Yeah.
Well, I know he was older,
Dude,
but he's been playing since 2002.
Yeah.
It's 20 years ago. 22 years ago.
Yeah.
He still plays, right?
He
did like a fake retiring
last year.
I thought he fake retired.
He did. Then he came back and they didn't really do well.
So they retired again.
Yeah. And then early Super Bowls, they had a marching band.
Wow.
But eventually got to just get all the celebrities to come in and perform. So you had.
I think I prefer a marching band.
It depends.
It's an art you don't really see anymore.
At college football, it's really cool.
But
they're really cool.
Yeah, like that movie Drumline.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
if
that's exactly
bands do big, huge productions like that, because you don't see that anywhere else besides colleges now, right?
Yeah, because
maybe in a parade.
Auburn does a really cool AC/DC show, where they just do a bunch of AC/DC songs.
Southern thing.
Yeah, I think so. Which is cool. That's like one of the main. I mean, games are fun, but like. If the team sucks, it's like at least the band is good.
At least the band is
yeah.
That's the same for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's like this year.
There's a large percentage of people that watch it for commercials and the halftime show. They're like, what?
I mean, there's some years where I'm one of those people where I'm like, oh.
You don't give a shit about the team. It's just, yeah.
Well, there's the year that it had Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre.
Oh, yeah. What year was that?
That was a couple years ago.
Who did it last year?
Rihanna. She was pregnant.
Oh, that's right. It was like the Smash Brothers platforms.
Yeah, and then all the memes. It was so quick. Like
those are good memes too.
Those are good.
It was
memes.
like she was on the Final Destination.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, what is she? You just see like the giant hands come out and start to like fire. Yeah, and then this year it's Usher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. On me. Anyways,
He's gonna sing that.
so some of the big
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
So what are your predictions for Usher's show?
Usher show. I mean, I'm gonna be into it because it's gonna bring me back to high school dances. Because is that who they're like marketing to?
That's the people that got money right now. Is the people in our demographic.
That's us.
Yeah.
It's us
30-year-olds.
guys. We have money. Yay. Sweet.
Supposedly.
Supposedly,
Yeah,
it's like,
supposedly.
I'm doing okay. I'm not.
I know. I'm all right. I'm kind of freaking out because
Yeah.
my friend Jonathan. So I'm gonna go to his party. It's at his family has a thing at the Disneyland Hotel,
Okay.
and he's like asking me, "What are you gonna bring? What are you gonna bring?" I'm like, "I bring whatever, dude." He's like, "Bring an entree." And I'm like,
Like
"That's kind
like
of a lot."
pizza, lasagna.
Something. I was like, "Oh, I'll get pizza." He's like, "No, someone else is gonna get pizza." I'm like,
Then I'm bringing chips. Like,
"Make it easier on me." Like, what is?
This is your party. You
Yeah.
provide for your guests.
I'm like, I'm not gonna like not buy something for this, but if it's cheaper
And you
for
have to
me
bring
to
an
make
entree
it,
to the party. That's
I know,
crazy.
that's where I'm like, oh, this is tough, man.
I can understand having to bring like a side dish or something.
But
Entree though. That's
Yeah, like someone
Entree,
that's like
like-
ballsy. Like we're gonna have a party at my hotel room.
Yeah.
Not like
Yeah.
which is I think is kind of weird, especially at Disneyland.
Yeah.
But then but you guys are all gonna bring the food.
You guys bring the food.
I
paid
have
for the room.
Yeah, I pay for the room. You
That's
guys are
kind of how
gonna-
it sounds.
You guys are gonna feed me.
Yeah.
That's wild, dude.
That's why I was like, oh, well, thanks for the invite.
What kind of entree can you bring?
Well, I think we figured out because there was just
party
this
tray,
long text chain
bucket of
with me
chicken?
and him where I'm like, he's like, oh, well, Del Taco, you get those like
Those
real
party
cheap
packs.
tacos.
Oh yeah.
Like 10-cent
They have,
tacos.
like, they had the
almost.
It's like a box you can buy.
How much are those tacos?
I don't know.
I don't know.
50 cents? 89 cents?
89 cents.
That was
And it's
probably
like,
10 years
okay.
ago. Now they're probably
Oh,
like
I don't even know.
$2. I guess with the inflation.
Okay, because he said
Did you know
dollar
at,
snack tacos, dollar.
at Chipotle now the guac has always cost extra,
Mhm.
but it's like $2.50
Jeez.
for guacamole now.
Why?
Because of inflation. We talked about it. But like that little,
It's like as much as a sack of avocados.
it's just
that
a
I buy.
spoonful of whatever in those little plastic ramekins,
Mhm.
and that's $2.50.
Again,
That's
like
nuts, dude.
I mean, Valentine's Day's coming up. Stay at home.
Yeah, bring some Ruffles to that party. Don't bring don't bring a pizza.
I'm gonna bring.
I'll bring the sour cream and onion.
Man.
You can bring the
It's
pizza.
gonna make me make a steak or something.
one steak.
Just one steak. So if you to wrap up,
Bring
so-
out one of those like to-go boxes of food, but it's your food. Like, so this is my
this is
entree.
mine. Like we're at lunch at school. Yeah, I
bring-
brought this for me.
You bring a Tupperware of like a meal for you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm eating for me.
This
Guys.
is just my food.
Yeah, dude, that'd be wild. What if that was the thing? What if that starts to happen now? Go to parties and it's like,
We're just
yeah, guys, come out. We'll hang out. We'll watch movies, whatever.
Come
but
over.
you have to feed yourself.
you feed me.
Yeah. No, not even that. It's like, well, we have our own food, but you have to bring your own food
Mm-hmm.
if you want to eat here.
It's just so weird.
It just gets so inflated. That's what it becomes.
Mm-hmm. That's
Anyway.
what it is.
So, about we're going Usher.
So I'm just gonna, and then there were the so with the halftime show, there was that year in 2013 where the power went out when Beyonce was performing.
I don't think I remember that.
That was weird.
And
I
then they
remember-
blamed her for the game shifting or something.
Yeah, like they blamed that. Oh, she made them
Didn't-
lose.
Did
whoever.
she wear Laker stuff to something once? Like this might not be folk. I know the Lakers are basketball, but she performed. This is when it was Destiny's Child, I think.
Oh,
But they performed at a Clippers game or something, or they performed at a game where it was not the Lakers, but they wore Lakers gear, and people were like, "What the?"
Right now.
Okay,
mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that was
Yeah,
Beyonce or Destiny's Child.
probably
So the power went out, and Beyonce got blamed for it.
that one. 2013. Then 2004 was Nipplegate.
I remember that one.
Remember that?
The
I
titty.
remember distinctly being at my
was in 10th
dad's
grade.
friend's house, and
I remember because when I
Nipplegate.
saw it,
I found it.
Yeah,
So they
okay.
were performing they got booed in Philadelphia during a halftime game for wearing Lakers jerseys.
oh,
And
yeah, in
that's a pretty ballsy
Philadelphia.
move to do.
Yeah, in Philadelphia, you get booed for that.
Yeah, Philadelphia, you get
Not
booed
in
for,
Anaheim or in
like-
LA.
anything for drinking a Coors Light or something. Like, oh, that's what you're drinking? You drink Guinness. Yeah, exactly. But I was going to say about the nipple. I remember seeing that. I watched it, and it had like a piercing on it, like it was like a sun or something. So you're like, what is that?
Yeah, you're first like, huh?
You're like, what? And it was just the shock of it that you're like, what? Was it like an octopus?
Yeah.
Like, it was, a squid on your nipple? And it was really fascinating to cover it up.
It was just like, huh?
I remember we talked about it in school the next day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it came up in my English class.
Oh.
Miss Max, 10th grade honors English class. And some like super Christian girl was like, it was terrifying. Like she was real upset about it. And she was like, terrifying. Yeah, just like there were kids that watched it and they saw a boob. Like it was a real.
I was one of those kids. What up?
Yeah, what up? Yeah. That was your first titty.
Not the first titty.
That
was at Raging Waters.
Oh,
Tell the story. You have to now.
Yeah.
You know, when you're like really young and you go to a water park and someone's top flies off.
Oh, okay.
That's like the first titty. It wasn't bad.
You didn't like snatch
It wasn't
or
like
anything.
it wasn't like ugh. It was like they lost it in the slide.
Okay, so everyone saw.
So there it is.
Okay, well, that was not that great of a story.
It was all right. It's just the first time. It's just quick. Yeah.
Anyway, I remember this chick was really upset about it, and it like turned into a debate almost. So the teacher was like, "It wasn't that big a deal."
The teacher was like,
I had like a very this particular teacher was like super like Libby, like really like hippie, like she was just like, "It's just a titty." She didn't say titty, but it was just like, "What are you so upset about?" Just like, "But the children." Like that kind of thing. It's like,
Again,
like,
we're okay.
You're 15. Like, stop being a prude. You know,
calm your tits.
Calm your titties. Yeah, calm your
calm your
titties.
non-pierced tits. It was 2 seconds of a pierced black titty. Is that why you're upset? The children. So good luck to that girl wherever she's at today.
I remember. I don't know. She's got like 6 kids.
Yeah, I'm sure she's very happily Christian wed.
Happily Christian at Calvary.
I think
we'll
that
see.
was she was that. I wasn't really aware of that at that time.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was.
I didn't really.
It wasn't that
I didn't understand what
yet.
born again Christianity or anything it was because I wasn't religious.
Right.
But then now as an adult, I'm like, I bet this at Calvary every Sunday and Wednesday and Thursday night.
Yeah,
didn't miss anything.
Didn't miss it.
She was
Didn't go to.
devout.
I mean, she went to public school, so maybe not Calvary.
They have their own school.
They homeschool. That's why they're weirder.
Wow. That's really weird. Maybe they didn't.
I'll
do it
stand
back
on
then.
that. I'll stand on that hill. They're weirder because they're homeschooled.
I'm sure that's a factor.
I think so. I'll write a book one day about why I'm against homeschooling.
Okay. All of it?
All of it.
What if they're really spectrumy?
Then there we go. That's the one.
That's the exception.
You should do it. Yeah.
Okay. You
should.
Because I don't want to do it. That's your reason.
Yeah, go for it.
This is your problem.
It's not mine anymore. Oh my god.
That's so funny.
I'm putting the sunglasses on. So continue about the halftime show.
Anyways, so there was Nipplegate. The most watched Super Bowl was in 2015 against the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. There was 114 million people watching.
I remember watching that one for some reason or another. I was like, I haven't
Everyone
watched this.
did. I don't know why we all saw that one.
Maybe it was hyped up a lot.
Maybe it's probably some really big.
Was that
concert.
Was Tom Brady like super? big
Yeah,
then?
yeah,
Dude,
2015.
Yeah.
2000
cool. Halftime show.
went from
2015.
Was he
2002.
like Travis Kelce?
Oh, dude, Patrick Mahomes is kind of
because he was.
he's like the Tom Brady now, sort of.
Katy Perry was the
Katie. Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, I remember that.
bring
Was
it
that the Baby Shark one?
the left shark.
Baby Shark.
Left Shark.
You're
Yeah.
saying Baby Shark?
No, there was the Left Shark.
She had sharks on stage with her, and one of the sharks was just doing a better job. Like guys
Yeah.
dressed up as sharks.
Oh,
Yeah.
One of
oh,
them was
okay.
doing a great job.
Is that what it
What is
was?
Austin Powers?
He's
She had
doing a
sharks.
great job.
Shark
Such
laser
a
beams
great
attached to her
job
head.
at this.
I don't think I saw that because that doesn't sound familiar at all. Did she like get him off the stage? Like, right. I'm Katy Perry.
I'm Katy Perry. No, I'm Katy Perry.
This isn't the Left Shark Show.
That's how that went.
Katy Perry. Is she that big of a talent?
And then
Not anymore.
not anymore.
She's like always kind of sucked.
Whoa.
Is that a hot take? I don't
Dane,
know.
hot take.
Listen,
Ouch.
go back and listen to some of this music.
Ouch.
It's pretty bad.
California girls were undeniable.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag?
Just drifting through the wind, wanting to start again.
That the firework one.
Do you ever feel like a waste of space?
Okay, so we have some fans in the room. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're
like,
triggered.
Not the queen.
How dare you? Last Friday night, Dark Horse.
Dark Horse.
They're like, you remember them, but they're honestly, it's pretty forgettable.
Bad. Like, I understand
like,
that they're those songs that are just infectious, and you're like,
Yeah.
But then if you actually listen to it, you're like, this is garbage.
Hey, like, look, I would have remembered any other song, but it was just always playing.
Yeah,
That's the
that
Katy
one
Perry.
was guilty.
That's those kind of songs where it's like, I'm not so into this, but it's all I can listen to.
What was the
right
one
now.
where she sings about gin and juice?
Snoop Dogg?
I don't know, but I remember one time I went to Vegas.
Sipping on gin and juice.
Yeah, that's one of the lyrics.
Is that California Girls?
Is it?
It's gotta
Yeah.
be.
Okay, because I went to.
Because then Snoop Dogg's in it later.
I remember going to Vegas, and that song was playing everywhere.
Dude,
And
everywhere.
people were ordering gin and juice because of the song, which is a disgusting drink.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
California,
gross.
California girls.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Sipping on gin and juice.
Yeah, she doesn't really sing anymore, does she?
No, she just does American Idol.
American Idol.
Oh yeah.
Married to Orlando Bloom.
Oh, wow.
Not so bad. Not such a bad way to retire, I guess. I don't know. She's perform.
I don't know.
Fade
Anyways.
into obscurity.
Yeah. I mean, she realized, like, I can't do this forever.
I shouldn't do this forever.
Yeah. I'm out of ideas. What am I thinking about next?
I have a dark horse. No, that's it. What about a light horse? No, that's not going to work.
Okay. So
All
do you
right.
think she was the reason why that was the most watched?
Maybe. That was a big one.
What was the one? Didn't like U2 play at one of them?
Yeah. Well,
And
you two.
Everyone was like, "What the?"
Oh,
Or
Well, because after Janet Jackson, they started doing like safer.
wholesome. Yeah.
safer. Yeah,
They
They
safer,
listened to
yeah.
that girl in my class. And they were like,
Yeah, they did.
yeah,
Well, 'cause, do you remember, Caesar? I don't know what class it was at Fullerton, but I remember having to learn about how that Super Bowl affected live broadcasting.
Yeah.
oh,
So
they had
that
to do a
Justin
delay
Timberlake,
or something, right?
yeah, Justin Timberlake, Janet Jackson Super Bowl,
And they fucked
forced
it up
them
for all of us.
to have to do a delay so you could stop it or like block
you
it
could
somehow.
cut to black.
You
Like,
could cut to black, or you could cut to something else, just in
Wow.
case something happens.
just in case. Is that
Justin.
what it was called? The just in
Just
case.
in case, the just in case law.
Okay.
And then everybody blamed her for it, even though he was the one that did the
He
ripping.
does
Her
it. He does the
career was
ripping.
over.
Justin
I wonder
Timberlake,
why they blamed
like, I like-
her.
yeah.
And not the all-American white guy.
Exactly.
They blamed the other one.
Here on the 30s podcast, we're going into sexism.
The tide is
Happy-
turning though now.
Happy blank history month.
Happy Blank History Month. Thank you.
What did you say, Caesar? Sorry.
The tide is turning now. People now just hate Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, what's
for
that? I saw. What's going on with that?
It's starting to happen. Caesar, tell us.
No,
Well,
recently it just happened.
Yeah, so Britney Spears wrote a book about her life and basically just exposed him for being a douchebag in the book.
Mhm.
Okay.
About how he would like be try to over like compensate in like in front of like black artists and be like, "Yo, for shizzle," like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then basically like treated her like there's something about losing her virginity to him and how it was like it was just weird. And then recently he came out and was like, I want to make an apology to nobody. And then, and then so Britney Spears was like, well then F you too, you know?
Yeah.
And then yeah, with all the Janet Jackson stuff that's like coming back, people are like, oh, we owe her an apology. Like it was all him and we never did anything to him. So now it's like all catching up to him.
Interesting.
Wow.
White dudes better watch out.
Better watch out.
Time's up.
Time's up. Because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like. Yeah,
I
'cause
remember he had that when that album came out. I forget which one, but where people were like noticing that he was like not, I don't know the right words, but being black. Or,
doing like a black voice or something. Like,
just like trying to be real urban and stuff.
Mhm.
And it's like, you were just in sync.
yeah, what are you
God.
doing, white dude?
Yeah. I think, and Jay-Z was on one of his albums, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it was just,
And so then what happened was he did that for a while where it was like a little more funky.
Yeah.
And then
Funky, that's a good
recently
word.
he went like country stuff. And it's like, so now that it doesn't work for you anymore.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, I'm white, guys.
Yeah. Have the whiplash of like this pop guy to, I can't say the word. I'll tell you
like
guys.
hip hop adjacent.
Hip hop adjacent. There's a
yeah.
word, but I'm not going to say it because you can't say it anymore. And then
What, the H word?
no, I'll tell you afterwards. And then now he's going to country. That's interesting.
Yeah. And now he's
trying
trying to come back, and it doesn't look like he's gonna come back.
You know who did the same thing? Miley Cyrus. She was doing her squeaky clean image, and then when she needed to be a rebel, she went to hip hop, and then after that album, she's like, okay, country again.
Yeah.
And there was that time where
the post Disney thing, like Disney makes you be so squeaky clean.
I just remember she always had her tongue out.
Yeah.
And
like
twerking became a thing.
Yeah,
I know.
She was like humping like float up animals and
I
stuff
liked
on
her
stage.
during Disney times because I was in high school, or like we're like the same age as her, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And it's like, so I liked it, but then when she's doing like but it was like she was like half bald doing the humping, or like she had weird, I don't know, her hair was different,
She tried to get edgy.
like cornrow kind of thing.
Yeah,
I don't
she was
know.
trying to be edgy.
'Cause Timberlake did that too, where he tried to do cornrow stuff.
Appropriation.
It's the appropriation stuff where it's like,
Exactly.
even as a kid, you're
be
like,
careful
this
with
is
that.
weird.
This is
You're not able to. We didn't know the words for it.
no.
We weren't like, I feel like we shouldn't do this.
Did you?
I think that it's interesting because, like, in a way, America appropriated like black culture. So,
Yeah.
like, all the slang that we use as a joke, like that all came from
Right.
And now, like especially now, all the Gen Z slang, it's like either half black culture or it's half queer culture, and it's like,
Exactly.
so where do we stand? We're getting so deep. So where do we like? At what point are we like? Because I'll use a slang term like the Gen Z slang, but I'm like, oh, I know where this is from,
Yeah.
Like
and
what?
so like slay.
Oh,
Like
I was
slay,
just gonna say
slay. I'm pretty
slay.
sure. Like I know it's from queer culture, so it's like I understand it. I get where it comes from, but is there a point where like, oh, only like this group of people can use the slang, other people can't use the slang?
I mean, I think that nobody's really policing that, so it doesn't really matter. Like, as long as you
Yeah.
know, like, okay, I know I'm saying this, but I know where it comes from.
Yeah.
That's all
As
you
long
can
as
do.
you
Yeah.
don't sound like a loser when you say it. That's the main thing. Because like if someone were to
It's
be
really,
like,
yeah.
like some nerds like,
Yeah.
oh, slay.
Slay,
Like,
slay, yeah, sure.
Don't
Rip,
say that.
rip.
Yeah. I think
Crud.
it just depends how
riz.
Yeah, no riz.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
delivery is everything.
Yeah, I think it is delivery. No, it
And
is.
if you don't deliver it properly, that's when you're going to
Yeah.
get all right.
Yeah, because I've seen it with the kids. The kids, you're sitting out there and you're like, I'm subbing a class. They're doing kickball, and every time a kid goes up, they're like, "Let him cook, let him cook." I'm like,
is
pretty
that
sure
one?
I know where this is from.
Wait, what's that
Let
one?
him cook.
Yeah.
Let him. I'm
Let him
pretty
do his
sure it's
thing.
black culture.
Yeah.
It sounds. I mean, it sounds like it would be from that. But
Let him cook.
then you see all kinds of kids saying it. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
subbing in Chino Hills, so you see
Right.
all the kinds of kids.
Yeah.
So it's also like, oh, it's not just all one race of kids.
Did you guys ever have those kids at your school that were? It was like so. At my school was very much like the Mean Girls High School. They when they did that table scene, it's like these are these kids, these are these kids, and they all sit
Yeah.
at different tables. That was exactly my high school experience.
Yeah, I feel like
So
mine was similar too, because I would either like, it's like even if I didn't see Mean Girls, I saw Mean Girls, but
Yeah.
in high school I would visually be able to see like, oh, this is where my jock friends are.
Yeah.
This is where my goth friends are. This is where the Christian friends are. Like all
right,
the
so
different
so the
areas,
school,
yeah.
my school was like that. So I remember when that movie came out, it was a really because I was in high school when that came out. It was a really big deal. But did you ever have? Because like in my school, all the black kids sat together, and it was like the hot black kids and then like the nerdier ones. But then within the hot black kids, there was always like one white guy or one white girl. You were like,
There was only
every year there was always one, like one or two. Where you're like, why are you
here
at that table? And those people were very much like appropriating black culture.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was okay. They
Yeah.
were allowed. They let them
Yeah, I don't
be
know.
a part of that group.
It was like a different time.
What is that weird phenomenon?
I don't know, because I don't know, because there's been moments where I feel like I've been that kid,
At the black table?
at some point in time, but it was only because I was funny or something, or they.
Because you were like, so you were like a
Invited me.
gag to them, like this.
Maybe I could
Yeah,
have
they're
been
like, look at this funny white kid.
I think so. I think
I'm
at
talking
points it could be
these
you're a
particular
gag.
kids were like they were part of the group, so we're like they were always with this group.
I don't know.
Did you ever
'Cause-
have any of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That's a weird. I've always thought that was an interesting thing.
'Cause
like,
if, like,
where do
yeah.
you say like, okay, well, you're allowed to
Yeah,
be like us.
because school it would have been, oh, he's on that sports team with me, or he's on this team with me. You
Right.
know,
So
it'd be
they're like friendly with like they
they're
know
friendly
you,
because they're like a teammate.
I had that too. Like I
Yeah.
knew some of these kids from like my class, but it's
Yeah.
like I would never sit at this table.
Yeah.
They would say hi, like they'd say hi if they saw me and walk by, like okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I would never like pull up next to them. Like, you know, it's just like it'd be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Howdy.
Howdy. How y'all
Bonjour.
doing?
I just pull out my
For
French.
shizzle.
Like, I just came from Lancelot's class. Bonjour. Yeah, it's interesting that sometimes it's allowed and sometimes it's not.
And Justin Timberlake's the thing where, like, as a kid, I would have probably watched him and then said whatever maybe he said, and then not understand the appropriation of it.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have known. I was just this Christian kid. I didn't know.
Why did Trayvon punch me when I said that?
Yeah. No, I literally, at my first job at Chick-fil-A, I got in trouble for saying for shizzle.
For shizzle?
For shizzle. I was just like, for shizzle. I didn't understand that it probably means,
it doesn't though.
does it though?
If you say the next part, yes, for sure.
Yeah,
Oh, for shizzle, ma'am. But it was,
Like if it's just that,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
just
not
like
saying-
it just means for sure. Right?
Yeah.
It's not.
You don't
that-
say
And-
my.
yes, you don't say that part.
I just said for shizzle. I didn't say the next part.
Yeah. I don't
But
know.
I was like, oh, so blown away. 'Cause I was like, what? It was just in a movie or whatever. But
For shizzle.
I don't know. I was pretty good at, but it's tough. It feels like it gets tougher as more slang comes.
I don't know.
And now with like the internet and TikTok, it feels like the slang just trickles in quicker.
I stand by what I said. It just depends on delivery.
Oh,
You
it's
just
true.
Have, you just have to know what you can and can't say.
Yeah.
You have to be confident when you say it, and just don't be a nerd.
Don't
Just
be a
don't be a
nerd.
geek.
Don't be lame.
Yeah, don't be lame.
Don't be a
And
loser.
we'll end it at that. We went a little bit.
a little bit.
So don't be lame. Don't be a geek. Don't be a loser. Happy St. Valentine's Day.
Maybe Valentine's Day.
I don't really talk about that, but
If you
matter.
just make food at home.
Yeah, happy St. Valentine's.
It's way too
Day.
expensive
Out
there.
Yeah, what's up there? Caesar.
You can follow me at I am Caesar Rod. You can follow the other podcasts that I do at The Rodriguez Show on YouTube or on Instagram. Carla and Caesar's Modern Life coming back soon. And if you want me to produce a podcast for you in the studio, hit me up at Rodriguez Podcasts on Instagram.
Yeah, come in here. Use all this stuff. We have awesome, incredible stuff in here. At the _Clint Show. Just tearing it up. Happy February, people.
Yeah, tearing it up.
Tearing it up.
Which is not a slang.
No.
Okay.
Is it?
I don't know. Uncle 2 _ Marcus on everything. The 30s pod and everything. Happy St. Valentine's Day. Bye-bye.
Bye.